I worried about my future. If I wasn't a soldier, who was I? And you've already said that a bunch of times. That feeling of, everything you'd been in your life. From when you were a kid, that was what was inside of you, and then you were able to act on that and become that soldier, serve in combat, get after it on the battlefield.
My whole adult life. I became a man in the military. I joined as a 17-year-old, 174-pound, 6'4" skinny weakling. And I grew into the man that you see. And
that question, when I was reading that, when, I had a buddy that retired the other day. He 25 years. And I just said to him, I said, how was it cleaning out your locker? Because I don't know what it's like for you guys, but in the SEAL teams, you have a locker, and that's your whole career is physically represented. And the lockers are big. They're walk-in lockers. They're awesome.
Oh, wow. Like
They're
each
big.
guy has a walk-in
Every
locker?
guy has a big drying, we call them a drying cage. We call them cages because it's just made with chain link material.
But each guy has his own.
Everybody has their own. They're almost as big as this office.
Right.
And you got cruise boxes in there, and it's your whole career is physically represented of everything you've ever been issued, anything that you picked up along the way, trinkets, just everything is in your drying cage.
Right.
And when you retire, you go, you clean out your cage, it's empty, you sweep out the floor, you load it into your van, you drive home, and that's it, it's over.
Yeah.
And so I said to my buddy the other day, I said, how was it cleaning out your drying cage? Because for me, I wasn't even worried about retiring, I didn't even think about retiring. I'm like, okay, I got to go do this, got to do the ceremony. I'm all good, come back, cleaning out my cage. And I'm like, oh, this is over. And for me, I spent 18 out of 20 years out here on the West Coast, and all within like a stone's throw of the different buildings. I mean, all within these certain number of buildings.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Yep.
And the question, so when I was reading that you wrote this, that's what I was thinking about. What my buddy was thinking. If I'm not a soldier, if I'm not a SEAL, then what am I? And that's a tough question to answer for a lot of guys.
It's brutal. And it comes back to what we were talking about before, dwelling.
Right.